And with those words, I did not fire at Riva, Oscar Pistorius breaks down in court on this, his 6th day of being on the witness stand there. And he's being questioned for the 4th day by the prosecution. Just earlier on, the prosecutor there, Harry Nell, had talked about the differences between pointing at the door or aiming his gun at the door. He also talked about, and Oscar Pistorius had said, I fired as I heard the noise before I saw the door or handle move. So there are a lot of semantics there that the prosecutor is trying to break through when it comes to Oscar Pistorius' testimony. They have adjourned now. We don't know for how long yet, but we do know that they have been pretty consistent in terms of taking their breaks when they want to. Their lunch break is usually in about an hour from now, for an hour. When they do come back from this short adjournment, we will of course take you back into that courthouse in Pretoria. Just to give you a bit of an idea of what's been happening on today's testimony, the prosecutor, Harry Nell, probed Pistorius over a pair of Riva's jeans at the crime scene. He said Pistorius' description of what happened could not possibly be true. Here's part of that exchange. Prosecutor Nell was later asked to restate his question using the word improbable instead of impossible. Well, let's get some perspective on what we've been hearing today. CNN legal analyst Kelly Phelps is outside the courthouse in Pretoria. And Kelly, as I was just mentioning earlier, there are a lot of semantics here that the prosecutor is bringing up in Oscar Pistorius' testimony. What exactly is he doing?
Well, there's two things at play with that. The first is his overriding strategy, which has always been
very interesting indeed. Kelly, thank you so much. Of course, we'll check in with you again once court is back in session. They have adjourned for a little while. Oscar Pistorius did become emotional during the last bit of testimony there, and so they adjourned court for a bit. And of course, as soon as they come back from the short break, we will take you there live. Let's turn now to Ukraine. One of our other top stories today, a government deadline for pro-Russian separatists to lay down their arms has passed, but there's no sign of the activists took over government buildings in Kharkiv and Mariupol with little resistance, and in the city of Slovyansk, where people are wondering when the government will step in. Nick Payton-Walsh sent this report.
The Ukrainian government says it's retaking this town, Slavyansk. Well, not in any hurry.
And Nick Payton-Walsh joins us now live. He is in Donetsk. Nick, this deadline has come and gone. Give us an idea of where things stand right now.
No real sign of the anti-terror operation that the governor of Donetsk says is already underway and was.
All right, Nick, thank you. Nick Payton-Walsh did live for us from Donetsk, and we'll be right back. Stay with us. Watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. We are getting more now on this increasingly fluid situation in Ukraine right now, and we understand that the British Foreign Secretary William Hague is speaking. Let's take a listen.
Any other questions? Yes.
Deliberate destabilization of Ukraine at the hands of Russia. That's what William Hague is saying about the situation in Ukraine right now. He said it is for Ukrainians to make their own decision. They have their own election coming up, but he did say that Russia has a move of deliberate destabilization of Ukraine. We know now that the court is now back in session in Pretoria with Oscar Pistorius still on the stand. Let's continue listening in.
Are you fine, Mr. Pistorius?
Yes, thank you, my lady.
Sorry, I didn't see you, sir.
Court in the Oscar Pistorius trial has now adjourned for lunch. It's been an emotional testimony there for Oscar Pistorius as the prosecutor, Harry Nell, tried to get some more clarification from him about whether or not he pointed his gun or aimed at his gun. One of the last things that we heard was that fact that he did not, he says, why did you why did you only fire 4 times? And they ask him, did you intend to fire your gun? And then did the gun just go off? Pistorius said, I did not intend to fire, but the gun did not just go off. These are sort of the semantics, the clarifications that, of course, have a real, they're very important when it comes to the real differences are very important. As I said, the Pistorius trial, it has been adjourned for lunch. They usually take about an hour. Of course, we'll bring that back to you when they resume in about an hour. For now, I'm Monita Rajpal at CNN Hong Kong. Let's join our partner network, CNN US, for more on the day's top stories.
Pressure with heavy armor, heavy military material, basically saying to the Ukrainians,